So glad that we got the Fiat 500 because the roads here are very narrow that when you're like going anywhere, you have to inch your way forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Good morning.
Good morning from San Leone, Sicily.
I'm April, this is Tim. We're travelling the world and sharing our journey along the way.
Subscribe to our channel if you want to come with us.
We've just parked a car outside of the Valley of the Temples, which is located just outside of Agrigento. It's pretty much in the middle of nowhere, so unless you have a car or you're coming by a tour bus, like you probably have to get a taxi here.
It's a huge complex.
Yeah.
Like we've driven like a couple of Ks just around the outskirts to get to the car park. It's probably going to take us a couple of hours, I reckon.
Yeah,
explore the whole thing.
To see the whole thing. As you can tell, it's cold. Like we're wearing raincoats, jumpers, pants.
It's finally happened.
Summer is over.
Outside.
We're actually stuck in line waiting to get a ticket.
This is a first.
So weird. This place is absolutely massive. They even have an internal shuttle bus. So if you don't want to do the walking around, that's alright, you can pay €3 and get a shuttle bus around. But we always do the walking and we're at First Temples. Let's go. Being an island, Sicily has been occupied by a lot of different countries throughout history, and at one point it was occupied by the Greeks. And so that is why we are looking at some Greek temples while in Italy. Tim already has a hard enough time trying to remember we're in Sicily. This isn't going to help.
We've seen a lot of Greek temples referred to as being in the Doric style. It's the first time I've actually seen a diagram of what the Doric style is.
So these temples are obviously places where they used to worship gods, and they perform sacrifices here as well. So it's a bit strange being around these buildings where you know that inside a lot of sacrifices took place to honour these gods. During the 4th and 5th century BC, the Greeks occupied this area, and they're the ones that built all of these temples. They actually used the natural cliff face around this little section. I think it's now the town of Agrigento, which is behind us. And they built a 12-kilometre long circling fortified wall, and they used the natural cliff faces to just further enhance the fortifications to keep everyone out. Didn't last very long because the Romans came in and took over. As with so many places that are this old and have been occupied by so many different people, it can be a little bit hard to keep track of what's what and what happened along the times. So in the wall behind me there are all these cutouts, and they're still not really sure exactly what they were for, but they believe that they are from about the 5th century AD, and they were actually tombs that used to have a rock in front and have probably been ransacked of all of their belongings. Other people think that they were always empty. Archaeologists are pretty certain it wasn't the Greeks because they used to build their cemeteries outside of the walls. So based on that, they're pretty certain that these tombs are from the Romans.
I'm always so blown away when I come to places like this, just standing around, like right up close, just thinking how many people have stood here, walked these paths. This place is thousands of years old. It's just mind-blowing to think how many people have been here.
Okay, so sometimes when you just do the DIY, it's not that easy. They have all these audio guides and thick books, or you can pay for an actual guide to come see this place, and we were just like, oh, let's save money and do it ourselves. But it's really confusing. So the wall behind me, like this looks old, right? This doesn't look old, but there's no real explanation as to what's what. So we think that this is just holding up the old part that's crumbling, and this is the ancient bit?
I think that this is new mortar, that they might have put in new mortar just to fortify the original.
So that's the original stones, but with new mortar?
Yes, yeah.
It's confusing.
It is a little confusing. There are so many of these cutouts along the wall. They must have served a purpose for something.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's just like that beach that we went to in Crete.
Oh,
with the hippie town. And
yes,
they had all of the cutouts.
Matala.
That's just like what this is reminding me of.
I think they were dwellings though.
Well, maybe that's all maybe this was a hippie commune before the archaeologists came.
That's what happens when you don't get the audio guide.
You just make whatever up. Well, the weather certainly has turned on us. It's currently raining. We got so used to it being a hot, dry summer, and out of nowhere the weather has completely changed and there is nowhere to go when it rains. So it started to rain, so we decided to take a coffee. Tim got a chocolate croissant. I'm trying to watch my diet because Italy, man, too much pasta and pizza. So it was a quick stop to have coffee, and I love how in Italy coffee prices are the same no matter where you go. So we are in the middle of like a tourist site, it's exactly the same price as in the centre of town. That's the way it should be.
This is really something, seeing this Temple of Concordia. Most of the temples that we've seen just have the external columns. We haven't actually seen the internal chambers to the temples before. So this is very cool.
And now it's really raining. Another visitor just pointed out all of these shells in the ground here, and he said that he read somewhere that there was a volcano eruption and lava. I don't know, I wasn't aware of that. It just seems like there's so much history here. It's like everywhere you look. We are at the Valley of the Temples and it's raining. We haven't been in rain for so long. It's really raining. These are like underground tunnels or something that they're excavating.
Oh, I think this is the tour that you can do.
Ah, it looks pretty cool. Okay, the rain got really strong. It is like pouring and we are absolutely soaked. The car park is now like flooding. We're gonna leave. It's such a shame. I mean, we were still there for like 3 hours, I think. So there's a lot to see here at the Valley of the Temples. And, you know, even with the rain, sometimes you just have to embrace it. But it got to a point where we just had to call it a day.
Well, it's a good thing we went for the rally edition.
Hardly. Travel tip, Nike Freeze, not good in the rain. My feet are absolutely soaking.
Well, I'm glad we're getting out when we are, because if the rain continues like this, I don't think the little Fiat would actually be able to get out of this car park. It's getting flooded.
And to make matters even more interesting, the way that we should be going, apparently that ticket gate isn't working, so everyone's going up there and leaving, and now they just opened the ticket gate. So, I don't know, do we show a ticket? Do you need a ticket?
No.
No. Okay, they don't even care about tickets now, so this is hectic. When it rains, it's like Sicily is not equipped for rain. I just caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. I am a drowned rat. Oh well. Just driving like Italians. You just block people off.
Well, as you can see, the rain has set in and I think it's going to put a bit of a dampener on our plans for the rest of the day. We were going to go up to Agrigento and up to the old town, which is perched right on the hill, and there's a big cathedral up there. So I don't think we're going to get to see it today.
No, but that's okay. We have a whole house to ourselves. And we've just been to the grocery store. We've bought supplies for lunch, dinner, breakfast and snacks. So I think we can just like freshen up, settle in, watch a movie.
Yeah, I think so.
We never get to do this, so let's embrace the cold weather. The weather is not going to change.
No.
It is grey skies and pouring. And the roads are like not equipped for this level of rain. Like,
Roads are flooded.
yeah, they're flooding. So I don't know if this is an unusual amount of rain or what, but
It hasn't stopped raining.
no. So, oh well.
Well, it's been fun sharing today with you.
And if you like traveling with us, subscribe to our channel.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time. The host family's parents actually live just next door, and the mama of the house has brought over some food. She has made like this rice bake. It's delicious. This is just cheese, and there's like egg and cheese and chicken and stuff in there. And she also made cake and coffee.
Oh.
I don't know, how did she get the chocolate inside the vanilla? I have no idea. But we feel very special. Glad we came home.